Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to start with our software engineering practical 2, that is all about use case diagram. We are already done with the explanation of the use case diagram, the short explanation of the use case diagram. If any queries you do have in that, please mention in the comment section below. And now we are going to start with an example of the use case diagram. We'll do this one first example, and we'll first try to understand this question, and then we'll draw this diagram. So this diagram is draw a use case diagram using an UML modeling tool, that is star UML, for an ATM machine. Now here no information is given about ATM machine, so actually you will be getting these questions into your practical lectures. So if you guys don't have any information about any system which is given here, please try to search out on the net and get the information. So because sometimes this may happen that you will get the question like this, where no information about the system will be given to you. In the most of the cases this don't happen, but sometimes it may happen, so do it for once, don't take chance. So we have already seen the ATM, what ATM machine do into the class diagram explanation. I'll let you know once again. ATM machine is the one that allows the user to withdraw to what it actually do is it allows the user to withdraw, deposit, transfer, or do the inquiry of their account. That is, how much balance do they have in their account. They can perform any transactions with the ATM machine without going to the bank, and without the help of any bank cashier, etc. Okay, so what we need to do now here is we need to develop a use case diagram for the ATM machine. So let's start with it. First we'll add the diagram, this use case diagram. Okay, you can see all the symbols here. Okay, these are the annotations. See, so now this is the use case subject. You have to pick this like that, and then you have to draw it in this way, and then you have to write here the subject of the use case. There is the name of that can be the name of the system. So here I am writing ATM machine. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is you have to first find out who are the actors who perform the role in this system. So I'll select the actor here. One actor will be the operator, who will see the startup and shutdown of the system. Okay, so operator. Then the other actor will be the customer, who will perform all these transactions of withdrawal, deposit, transferring the money from one account to another account, checking that how much balance do they have in their account, etc., etc. So the customer, okay. So the third one actor is bank, because this is the one on the behalf of, actually ATM machine is the one which will do the work on the behalf of the bank. All that operations that we perform in bank, we can perform here in the ATM machine now, without going to the bank and without the help of the bank cashier, etc. Okay, so as I've already told you, operator is the one which will see the operations such as system shutdown and system startup. So we will select one use case in which we will write the operations, the functions. So here will be system startup. The other use case will be for system shutdown. Okay, and we have to use this association symbol. If you want to write something here, you can write that maintains the system startup, etc. Okay. So what will customer do? He will perform various transactions. So you can say he will first start up the session in which he may be asked for password, etc. So I can write here session, and in that session we include, just a second, I have to first select this use case in which I'll write transactions. Okay, now session include various transactions. I'll write here include only, or don't write anything, it will automatically show. And if you want to write something that session can perform various in session we can perform various transactions, etc., you can write. Okay, why it doesn't it haven't took this include word? Because I have used the greater than and less than symbols. It is not taking the special character symbols, etc., and this text box in this note. Then one another use case. Now what will happen when the user will enter into the ATM? When the user will try to perform the various transactions, he have to first enter his password, his pin. There is the ATM machine will ask him for the pin. So if the pin will be valid, he will be able to perform various transactions. If not, he will be shown pin invalid, right? Or invalid pin, whatever you want to write. So this will be shown in this extended symbol. Okay, so the next thing is what type of transactions do it have? Then we'll use this generalization symbol. We'll first place four transactions, that is withdrawal, deposit, transfer, and inquiry. Or you can write checking the account, or inquiry will be the suitable word also. So inquiry. So we'll use this generalization symbol. Withdrawal is generalized from transaction. Deposit is also generalized from transaction. Transfer is also, and last one is inquiry. Okay, so whenever these all transactions will be performed, this will be performed on the behalf of the bank. So any of these transactions performed by the customer, so we'll write this we'll use the symbol customer association symbol for this for showing the association between the customer and the this association line will show that the customer will perform these transactions. You can also use this directed association instead of using this simple association symbol. So I'll write here performs these transactions. Okay, and when he'll perform these transactions, who will be notified? The bank. Okay, so this symbol is used. You can use notified, or you can use on the behalf of a bank. He is the ATM machine is allowing the customer to perform all these transactions, etc. Okay, so this one is the diagram for the ATM machine, the use case diagram for the ATM machine. We'll just once try to understand this diagram as a whole once again. So this one is the actor, which is called as operator, which will perform these two operations. It is system startup and system shutdown. He will take care of these two operations. Customer is the one that will perform various transactions, and these four are the transactions that the customer can perform. And why I have used this generalization symbol, because this these these all are the various transactions. So from where these are inherited, from where these are generalized, from these transaction class only. So okay, so this one is the use case from which these all use case are came. So I used here this generalization symbol. And then whatever the transactions will the customer will perform will be performed on the behalf of this bank. So this bank will be notified whenever the customer will perform these all transactions. And when the customer will try to start the session, actually you have to connect this one with this. Just a second. He will first start the session. You can write he will start the session. Here you can write he will start the session, and then he will be able to perform the transactions. Yeah. So here I'll write start. He'll start the session, and then he'll be able to perform. Here you can write perform the various transactions. And when he'll try to perform the transactions, first he'll be asked for the password or the pin. If the pin is valid, he'll be allowed to do the transactions. Otherwise he'll be shown that the pin is invalid. And if the pin is valid, then these various transactions will be performed and the bank will be notified about it. Okay, these various transactions can be performed and the bank will be notified for it. Okay, so hope you guys understood this much explanation about the diagram. And any queries, please guys mention in the comment section below. Please guys subscribe so that you can get the notification. Click the bell icon, very important for getting the notification for all the videos I'll upload. And till then, bye bye guys, have a good day.